Are you ready to endure?
Oh, we're gonna endure this episode for sure.
Oh yes, all the spookiness.
Yeah, honestly, most of my stuff is.
I have.
We'll have a decent mix, but definitely some horror. In
I
here.
have I would say almost everything I've watched. There might be a few things that's a bit of a stretch, but I'd say I have varying degrees of spookiness right here today on my end.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing outside of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you kind of just kept it right in the pocket with the
Except for the stretches. There's a few stretches.
Yeah.
But I will make the debate that they're a little spooky in their own ways.
I could, if I know what you're talking about, I think so. I think you can say that.
So, who wants to start?
I don't know. Do you want to? Well, you have the most movies.
Well,
we already did kind of look that
I
over.
suppose that's
So
true. Same thing that happened last week. We fucking smoked a little bit before this. And I'm going to be coughing for the first 15 minutes of this fucking...
That's funny.
My throat's just like so dry.
I guess before we forget, this is Phil and Chase Watch Everything. Episode 35, right?
36.
Well, because it was a two-parter.
Because we had a two-parter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel like a two-parter would still make it 34. It's just 34 part 1 and part 2. And then it'd be 35.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I neglect it. What's the word? I reject it is the word I'll use.
Hell yeah.
I knew it was an R word.
We're going to figure it out.
I reject it. Yeah, I reject it.
So then episode 36.
I reject your system of... I understand it, but I reject it.
All right. I mean, it's okay. That's fine. I was just saying that was my thought. That's why I said episode 35. But now it's episode 36.
It is episode 36.
Because you reject my system.
Because I reject your system.
So,
however, if I hadn't rejected your system, then it would be episode 35.
yeah, for sure. So, you want to get into this?
That was chapter 1, rejecting your system.
That's
I hope
so
that's
funny.
what it says.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yes, I will get started. Well, a lot of this episode for me is just my picking up on my to be continueds.
Oh, yeah.
The last episode or two, depending on your perspective.
And
so I guess I'll pick up back with The Conjuring. I finished off. Well, I didn't finish off The Conjuring, but I watched 2 and 3.
Nice.
Never did make my way to theaters. I've tried about 4 separate times.
It's just not happening.
And it just doesn't happen. I think every single time I've pivoted to do something with somebody else. Both movies that come up later in this one were both times that I could have been seeing Conjuring 4.
But you didn't.
But I didn't. And you know what? Neither time was I mad about it.
Good.
Neither time. So
as long as you enjoy it, then that's all that matters.
So yeah, I hadn't seen The Conjuring 2 in a minute. I pretty much watched that one when it came out and never really watched it again.
I feel like I watched it, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about it.
I remembered it being spooky when I watched it. I remember it freaking me out. And I feel like with The Conjuring, like, yeah, it does a lot of the jump scares and stuff, but they do really good with, like, that type of scare in horror movies where, it just gives you the chills.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the literal spine-tingling terror of, like, ugh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that, but especially in the second movie. The first 2 really have that down to a science. It's what makes movies like that work. Insidious, like shit like that.
Hell yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Conjuring 2, I get why, people still enjoy that one. Not a lot to say. That's where The Nun started.
Oh.
And then, unfortunately, they made 2 Nun movies.
That is unfortunate.
It most certainly is. But then, there was the third one. The Devil Made Me Do It, is what it's called.
Oh.
And I feel like I want the third one to be my favorite. Like, as I was watching it, I'm like, I want to like this movie. And it's one of those where I kind of I make myself like it. I'm like,
Right.
find the things to like here. Because it's just so different from the first two in the sense that, like, the first two, you got a family, they live in this place, creepy shit starts happening, somebody gets possessed, the Warrens step in. Oh,
Right.
also, and here's what's going on in the Warrens' life. And it's like, yeah, you got some of that in the third one, but they shake it up with the whole, like, courtroom drama mystery aspect of the whole thing. And I feel like this is what I was trying to think of last night. I like the third one, and I feel like in some ways it is my favorite because it's so different. I'm fascinated to know more about the true story because there's two documentaries I found, one on Netflix, one on HBO Max, that are about this, and I'm kind of curious to watch it.
Nice.
Because shit's crazy. I mean, it's the first, I don't know if it's the only time, but it was the first time where somebody committed murder and their defense was he was possessed by the devil. And the Warrens were like, yeah, no shit, he is, for real. Like, and they really pressed and were a part of all of that, and I'm like, fascinating.
That is fascinating.
Fascinating. Because, like, I think he was supposed to get, there was a kid, okay? There's a kid, he was 11. He got possessed by the devil, they say. And the kid had an older sister. The sister had like a fiance or something, and the fiance stepped in and was kind of like, take me instead, sort of thing, while they were doing an exorcism on this little boy. And then I guess the demon hops over to him.
Okay.
Everybody thinks it's done, but it actually goes into dude. He's like, take me in. He's like, fuck it, all right, bet. And yeah, then he ends up killing some dude, and I was like, it's very interesting. But at the same time, it's one of those where it's like, it's still not, it's not great.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a great movie, but I enjoy it.
It's an interesting way to, like, kind of like mix it up, I feel like, at least.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I just wish there was more of like an investigative side to this movie. I wish it was more of like a mystery that unfolded. You know?
Like you kind of find out that, like, the devil,
right?
Like he did get possessed.
The scenes where it was like the Warrens like doing some of that investigation was very interesting to me, but I wanted it to be. It's like I wanted more of a detective story almost.
Right.
But yeah, enjoyed them. Not my favorite. The Conjuring movies never did it for me like it does for some people. But they're fine, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I get why they have their fans and stuff. But yeah, until I catch the next one, I'm pretty much done on that. I don't think I'm going to watch any of the spinoffs.
Have you seen any of them?
I've seen 3 of them. I've seen the first 2 Annabelles and The Nun.
All I saw was The Nun. I never watched the Annabelles.
That is unfortunate.
People tell me that they're good, or at least the first one is. But
I liked the 2 I saw.
Yeah.
But they're like The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like if you're into this kind of thing,
it's right up your alley.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Spine-tingling terror and jump scares. You know.
Who knows? I might try to knock them out, I guess.
I feel like I'm gonna forget this by the time it comes up, but the movie that you and I saw, there was a moment in it where it was like the creepy thing, and it moved in a way that I was like, oh, was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly what scene you're talking about too.
But yeah, all right, over to you, bud.
So I guess just like the first thing on my list was The House.
And what's The House?
With Amy Poehler and
Oh shit! Okay,
yeah.
I love that movie.
It was funny.
I think it's such an underrated comedy. I really do.
I had some laughs.
First time seeing it?
Yeah.
Really?
Never saw it before.
Oh, I feel like that's one I've seen like multiple times. It's one where I'm like, you haven't seen The House?
Wow. Yeah. This one that you said I should check out. And I just Never did, and I was flipping through looking for a movie, and it came up. And it's like, you know what? This would be like a good time to watch this movie. And
For sure.
it's fine. I really enjoyed Jeremy Renner's cameo.
Yes. Yeah.
It was wild. That's like, oh, funny. He showed up.
The scene where they fucking interrogate the dude.
Oh, yeah. And
Gets me every time.
Chopped off his finger.
Gets me every time. You tell your friend. You tell your friends. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, I put that up there with like my top underrated comedies. I feel like not a lot of people have watched that. Blockers.
Blockers was the first one that came to mind because that's one I want to rewatch.
There's another one that slipped my mind. Popstar. Popstar is what it is.
Popstar is hilarious.
Yes. It's like, bro, you haven't seen Popstar?
I listened to...
I will eat your fucking head.
I listened to Natalie Portman, the Natalie Portman rap the other day. I was like, you know what? I really could fucking just go revisit the Lonely Island for old time's sake. I was like, that shit was funny.
It was great.
But, yeah.
The House.
The House. It was fun. Gambling movie. The whole town was involved.
It's true. That was fun, too. Gave the neighborhood something.
I thought it was crazy that like the cop was just gonna fucking just let them keep the money. It's like it's for their kids to go for their kid to go to college. It's like they still committed a crime, whether it was for good intentions or not. You know what I'm saying? Like
book them.
You know, but so I was just
Officer Philly ain't playing.
It's fucking officer friendly over there. He's just like, yeah, no, it's fine.
Now I know who the bad cop is. Shit.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that's the house.
Hey, right on. I continued my James Gunn journey.
Oh hell yeah!
With two that he did not direct, but he wrote.
Oh.
In his earlier days, and that was the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Nice.
Yeah. I hadn't seen them in a while, but they're also those movies. Definitely the first one more than the second, but like I'd seen them enough times as a kid where like they're still in there. Like as I was watching them,
right.
I wasn't fully tuned in,
to you.
But I knew exactly what was going on the whole time, you know. But yeah, that first one, I remember going to theaters with my cousin, who was also like a big Scooby-Doo head when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
Being a kid when that movie came out was just one of those movies where it's like, I remember that shit. Like that was sick. And it was a lot of fun. Similar to Zombie Island that scarred us all before this.
Hell yeah.
The monsters were real this time. It's like, what the fuck?
That was a trip, dude.
But like watching it now as an adult and like, you know, you see it online all the time, all the like innuendos and jokes that went over our heads as kids. Like,
right.
You know, yeah, it's all in there. But looking at it through the lens of 2025, it is a very James Gunn movie. It really is. Like, I feel like he does respect the characters a lot. He respects the source material, but it also has, like, that weird charm and sometimes the gross-out humor and shit like that. I remember playing the fucking Scooby-Doo video game. We gotta bring that shit back. Like, the video game tie-ins.
I used to, because, like, my favorite Scooby-Doo was... like Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so they also had the game for it. And I fucking played the shit out of that game.
Oh, yeah.
Can never beat it though. It was a challenge. It was difficult.
Fucking so was that child. I had the Scooby-Doo movie video game for Game Boy Advance, something like that.
Hell yeah.
And it was interesting. It was fun. Played the shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that movie is insane though. It really is ridiculous. It borders up there with like the Cat in the Hat levels of like no wonder this generation is the way we are. These were our kids' movies. Like
right.
They're fucking like insane.
This is what we grew up on.
You know? But then old Scooby-Doo 2, I feel like is one that I've come to appreciate as I've gotten older. Like, not that I didn't enjoy it as a kid, but I always liked that first one more.
Right.
But the second one gives you all the monsters and shit from the show. I always felt like that was a lot of fun. Like, that alone made the second one worth it.
Hell yeah.
It's easy to just throw it on and watch it. Just for the sake of seeing, like, all the fucking classic Scooby-Doo monsters running around. And
Hell yeah.
doing shit. And again, it has that James Gunn isms to it. But also some of the weirder shit in it, too. The early 2000s. It was a time, man.
That was definitely
It was a
weird time.
I feel like we're going to kind of loop back around on that by the end of this episode. With
The
something
2000s.
But yeah, everybody, it's a real horny time, I guess. People just like all the sex stuff. I'm no prude, you know what I mean? But like, you get what I'm saying. Like, I just feel
Hell
like
yeah.
it was always like such a focal point to like whatever was going on. Like the whole sexy Velma scene and the fucking, she's got the leather suit on or whatever, and then she farts and then blames it on the suit or whatever. And
right.
I'm just like, shit's crazy, dog.
Shit is wild.
Seth Green is a lot of fun in that movie too, as the dude that Velma's into. But they also think he might be a villain. And
that's
like
funny.
When that scene where fucking Scooby and Shaggy run into him outside the villain bar or whatever, and he's like, "No, I'm just like, you know, basically doing the good cop bad cop thing." And
right.
then like he just like turns it on and scares the shit out of him, and he's like fucking becomes so mean and shit all of a sudden. I always had fun with that because they really do play it up in such a dramatic way of like, oh, he could be the bad guy. He seems a little, but he still seems sus to me by the end of it. I'm like, well, then why is he acting so fucking creepy all the time?
Right.
I don't know.
He's just a quirky guy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, they're still fun. Watched them with my son and shit. So
hell yeah,
he was, riding the Scooby-Doo train. So I was like, all right, we'll watch these. I'm watching James Gunn. It works out perfect.
Right.
So
hell yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
And was that the rest of your James Gunns?
Well, actually, one more thing on Scooby-Doo. Probably one of the most important things.
Oh.
The soundtracks. Talk about early James Gunn-ism. I know he had nothing to do with this. Dude, the soundtracks fucking slapped. I used to have both of them. And I listened, especially that first one. Oh, buddy. That first one had that Outkast song, Land of a Million Drums. The thing is, I love these albums. And, it pisses me off. There's that one moment, there's not been a lot of these moments, but there's one moment when I gave a bunch of CDs away when I got a little older. I think I was in high school or something.
Right.
I'm grown. I need to get rid of some of these movie soundtracks to kids movies and shit. I was wrong for doing that. I was wrong for doing that. I should have kept them. Jimmy Neutron.
I was wrong.
Rugrats in Paris. Rugrats Go Wild. Shrek. I still got Shrek though. I had one with Shrek. The Scooby-Doos, such great soundtracks. And I feel like I was exposed to so much music through those soundtracks. I talk about it all the time. I love a movie soundtrack, and those were some of the early ones for me. But yeah, I have more James Gunn, but I can save it for another batch.
Well, honestly, I'll throw in mine. And then we can just keep riding this train.
Fantastic.
It'll be the James Gunn episode. Because I watched Superman.
Oh shit! Yeah, you did.
So I watched that and I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah!
I thought it was pretty good.
Did you come out a better person like everybody else? More hopeful?
Yeah.
Are you punk rock?
I'm punk rock. That's funny. No. No.
Still cynical.
But yeah, it was cool. I thought Thomas Holt, Nicholas, yes, damn it, I enjoyed his performance as Lex Luthor. It was funny because I saw bits and pieces on Facebook while I was in theaters and shit like that. I was like. So it was cool to because I already saw some little clips and stuff when he fucking goes in there and he's like, "Where's the dog?" I saw that before I watched the movie, shit like that. I saw Supergirl and stuff, so I was I saw but that was one movie I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see bits and pieces, cool. Because a lot of times I try to minimize my exposure to movies, but that one I was just like, nah, we'll let it happen. I'll still watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, but it was cool. I was curious to see the tie-in with Peacemaker.
Yeah, yeah. Which I've been keeping up this season. Now, this week was the last episode before the final three that James Gunn has been holding close to the chest. Like, he didn't give any press. He didn't let anybody see the shit early because they're like, there's too much shit in these last three episodes that could get out, and we just want to. So yeah. I can't wait for this Thursday, the first of the three. Yeah, it's been interesting.
And I enjoyed Peacemaker season 1, so I'm definitely gonna check it out when.
I'm here for James Gunn's DC. I'm here for it a lot. It's been a cool ride so far.
Hell yeah!
They got Lanterns coming out next year, I believe, and like James Gunn has just talked about like the different properties having like just their own vibes and stuff. They're making Clayface, and it's like a full-blown horror movie.
Right.
And like Lanterns, they described as being kind of like True Detective-esque.
Right.
And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. Like, you know?
Hell yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing like all the other shit. Like, especially because I feel like so far everything in the DCU has been like James Gunn specific stuff.
Right.
We haven't seen anything from anybody else yet. So I'm curious to see where it all goes. Yeah, I like the way Superman played out. I liked that opening crawl or whatever. Like,
oh yeah, because we talked about that on the.
I wasn't sure if we did.
Oh, we did.
Yes, but I fucked with it.
It really got it was cool. Yeah. It was definitely cool.
I was like, oh, and here we go.
Yeah. I was like, and now we're starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was like a nice little mix with, it's like that James Gunn thing of just like the little humor just sprinkled in here and there is always nice. It's like lighthearted. But still like serious.
He does that thing of balancing weird, hilarious, and heartbreaking all in one go. Like he gets me to cry at almost fucking everything I've ever watched of his, and it's just like, how is this making me cry? You know what I mean? Like it's just so weird and like so out there, but I feel like he grounds it with his characters and stuff. It's just easy to kind of fall in love with some of these characters. I feel like something, I don't know if I brought this up the last time we talked about this, but if we didn't, that's my bad, because I fucking love Crypto the Super Dog.
He's awesome. We did not bring it up.
Well, that's just sad because I'm a Crypto fan, man. I love, because they had that show back in the day, the cartoon, the Crypto the Super Dog cartoon on Cartoon Network. And I fucking always loved it, dude. When I was a kid, I was like, man, that would be cool in live action. I always thought about doing a Crypto the Super Dog movie. I was like, that'd be sick. And so to finally see it, I was like, oh yeah. And I love like the direction he took it with like inspiring, like taking inspiration from his own like rescue dog and stuff.
Right.
And he's just like, yeah, Crypto is not a good dog. And like, again, Belle having not grown up with like a pet or a dog or whatever, like I'm laughing my ass off at all this stuff with Crypto because it's like, it's so true. It's such dog shit, you know what I mean? And like, she's just like why is this
that
bad
sucks.
dog? I'm just like, yeah, but
I feel like
you can count on it.
The one scene I laughed the hardest at was when Supergirl came back to get Crypto.
Yeah.
And he's just like slamming the shit out of her. And then I think that's when Superman was like, well, now I see what the reason for the behavioral issues is like there's no boundaries. I was like, yes. So funny.
I love it. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know, everything that's coming to mind is all stuff that's like Peacemaker related, so I can't actually talk to you about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up.
That's all you can do. Fucking yeah. Anything else on Superman? How'd you feel about Bradley Cooper as Superman's dad?
Honestly, didn't even register for me. That's funny. Because when you said Bradley Cooper, I was like,
Bradley?
Who the fuck is Bradley Cooper? Who the fuck is Bradley Cooper in this movie?
Yeah.
So that's funny. I'll have to go back and look at that again. Because that just sounds weird. It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, before Superman, there was Guardians of the Galaxy. And I know I started that voyage last time with the first one. Watched the shit out of the first one. One of my favorite movies. I've watched it quite a lot. I remember it being very impactful when I first saw it. Another fantastic soundtrack. But since then, I've watched the second one. Now, the second one, I've grown to love. And I mean love this movie. In a very different way than I love the first movie. Because I think it's like, I'm always going to love that first one more. But the second one, I think is better. I think it's the better movie. Because it's got the whole theme of like fathers and sons and all that shit going on.
Yeah.
It's just such a beautiful movie. And like to watch these characters evolve in that second one, it's just really a cool time. It really is. On an emotional level, that movie slaps hard. It's got some great jokes that you get to fucking see Drax and Mantis like for the first time, like hanging out.
Hell yeah.
And they become best friends.
They are best
friends. And it's
friends.
just like, I really do think now that I didn't watch the holiday special, and I've decided that I'm not going to.
Oh.
Because I'm just going to watch it at Christmas. And I've already talked about it on the show, so I was like, I guess I don't need to rush off and watch it for this.
Right.
But like to watch the 3 movies and the special all together, it really is like a complete thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I love it. I love it so much because then, the third one comes around. Because I was lukewarm to the second one when I saw it in theaters.
I feel like that's kind of how I felt about it. Like, I enjoyed it, but I don't feel like I was, like, blown away by either. But I've only seen it, like, twice, so maybe I need to sit down and give it another...
It was a rewatch for me that did it, where, like, I think it had, like, hit a lot harder than it had in theaters upon a rewatch, but then I think it was the time that I watched it with Belle, when we were going through our little timeline watch. And we watched it, and, like, she kind of, like... is looking at me at a certain point in this movie, because I started off by saying, I'm like, yeah, a lot of people don't think this one is as good as the first one, blah, 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 blah. And she just, like, looks at me, and she's like, how do people not like this one? And I remember thinking to myself, fuck, she's right. I was like, I'm even questioning myself. I was one of those people, and I'm just like, oh, man, this movie is heavy. Like, it really is. Like, because I feel like I was just really locked in. And ever since then, another great soundtrack, but of course. But yeah, I've grown to really love that second movie, but a very different love,
Yeah.
But then there's the third one, which I would say is the masterpiece of the 3.
Oh, there the fuck it
train.
Is.
That's a loud train.
That's a loud
train. Do we have any trains? I'm not seeing any trains for that. I don't think so. I don't think I have any train movies this week.
No, same here. Yeah, looking through the list, there's not a single train. Not even over like a railroad.
No, not in sight. But yeah, Volume 3, when I saw it in theaters, it kind of had the same effect as Toy Story 3, where like I was crying at the beginning of the movie. And it was just because of a lot of things. The way when Creep sets in, and they started off with fucking Baby Rocket, like being selected by the creepy hand. And it's just like, oh. And then it just kind of settling in that these characters that I've been watching for like a decade and have just like really grown to love. And it's like this is their final chapter, and it's like hitting me. I had the same thing like when we saw the last Harry Potter. You know, when it started, I was emotional because I'm like, holy shit, this is it. Like this is the closing chapter, which is I feel like that's why horror movies kind of get robbed of that. You know,
they do because
they overstay their welcome.
Chapter.
Yeah, it's like final chapter of my ass. Like I almost feel like if we were more certain that Mission Impossible was truly coming to an end, it would have been more emotional going on that ride and being like, damn, one last mission.
I need you to trust me one last time.
I will, Tom. I will. You know, but yeah, it's like I don't know. They'll probably do another one, so it's not quite as precious. But,
yeah.
And you know, even that being
said,
I
mean, I guess even like with that being said, I feel like even like at least for the Mission Impossibles, it's like as long as Tom Cruise doesn't come back like that, that.
And that's kind of what I was gonna say with the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
It's like it's like this chapter, this little story, this crew, they're done here. Like they're going their separate ways, and like you feel that weight of the movie from the beginning. Because it's also bridged with the holiday special where you find out that Mantis is Star-Lord's sister and stuff, and it's like it's small but significant and a fun little adventure. Them kidnapping Kevin Bacon,
right? Yeah,
and more Drax and Mantis fun, which is always a great time. But yeah, man, that third one's fucking heavy shit. Very rocket heavy story, which was cool. I really loved it. I mean, in theaters, I was sobbing like a bitch like most of that movie. It just really got me. And even watching it this time, like there at the end, it caught me. And there was a moment where I'm like, damn it, this movie. It really just ties a bow on it all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one scene that I thought was funny is like when they're on the plane or whatever, and they're like, he doesn't know how to drive a car.
Right.
And so I thought that was super funny.
I left when I was 8. Why would I know how to drive? Yeah. That scene also has the first F word in Marvel cinematic history. Yeah. MCU history.
I don't think they're allowed to do that, are they?
Oh, well, James Gunn did it. It was funny, though. It was well used. Get in the fucking car. Or open the fucking door, or whatever he says.
That's funny. Parents were furious.
Furious. What?
I'm supposed to be able to watch this with my kids. Saying the F word.
But, yeah, man. And need I say it? Excellent soundtrack.
Need I say it?
Biggest soundtrack. It had a big old soundtrack. Yeah, Guardian, the perfect trilogy. It's fantastic.
Hell
yeah. Amazing. All the blurbs. Give it,
Yeah, you're a big fan ever since, like, as soon as that first one, as soon as you watched the first one for the first time, you're like, yeah, I'm hooked.
Even before that, I was hooked on a feeling as soon as I fucking heard it in the trailer that they dropped. And it's even funnier now because I've heard this story come up a lot recently online of like the first trailer they dropped for Guardians of the Galaxy where they do the whole lineup sequence or whatever, and then just kind of like the little sizzle reel. They like had hardly started shooting and they had thrown that together to just kind of show at Comic-Con or whatever. And to know that and to know that alone, like they had barely got this thing going, and I'm just like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Hey, I don't know you, but I love you. Like
I am.
And it paid off. Here. It was I feel like it had its own impact on like movies in general. I feel like, after Guardians of the Galaxy, you do see a lot more of that type of film, I guess. The quirky team up movie. A lot of it is James Gunn, but other people do it too. Fuck was that?
I heard it too.
Never heard that sound before. Once an episode, we're gonna get haunted all October long on Phil and Chase Watch Everything.
Talking about the Conjuring now, like I'm hearing like weird sounds and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Nothing's cast her down. Anyways,
so is that it for the James Gunn?
That's it for this installment of James
Hell
Gunn.
Yeah. Is there anything more you wanted to say? You wanna
No more.
because I feel like now with what happened would be a good time to get into some scary movies, and one that I watched was Black Phone.
Okay.
And because like I waited years to watch it,
Yeah.
and I was always like, that's one I want to watch. I started it one time and got like maybe like 15, 20 minutes in. It's whenever he got like abducted.
Yeah.
That was around the time I quit watching it, and so I was like, I need to finish this thing, and got me some jump scares. There's some of the scenes of like the kid reveals, like
Yeah.
when it first happened, I was just like, holy sh-, like when the kid's just standing right in front of his face, like when he turns back around. Oh, got me. I'm just like, good God. And that's the same dude that did Sinister, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I could at one point because I thought so, and then
You're like, oh, yep, that's piss. That's piss in my
and
pants.
then well, because there's the scene where it was like it was just like panning like through the town or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it's like this just gives me like Sinister vibes. I'm like, I feel like this is like kind of like the same shit. I was like, you know what? It's because it is. I was like,
and some people can rip on him for that and be like, oh, he just does the Sinister thing every time. It's like, well, yeah, and you know something? It scares the bejesus out of me every time he does it.
Yeah, I just saw something on Facebook that said like Sinister was still like the number one scary movie in like the last like however long, 15 years.
It's my gauge. It's my bar for like for when people are like, oh, that was scary. I'm like, but like how scary? Like Sinister scary? Like, because that shit freaked me the fuck out. Some people may have a different bar, you know what I mean?
Right, like especially like especially if I'm talking to someone and they're like, oh yeah, I like scary movies. Like, oh, well, have you seen Sinister? They're like, no. I'm like, well, you need to.
You need to.
If you like scary, that fucking freaked me the fuck out.
I'm still having nightmares.
Especially like that.
I've never looked at a child the same way ever again. I'm like, you're a danger to me.
Fucking crazy. And then fucking killed the family at that. Like, it's just wild, dude.
Yeah.
The whole thing, just like, it's like that first time. Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's like unnerving. I'm like, oh, please stop. Like, with like the camera work and shit.
Oh, dude. To this day,
sheesh.
I don't think there's ever been a time I've watched that movie and I've been able to watch the screen. I think I did it one time just to see what actually happens on the lawnmower scene.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it one time.
You're like, that's enough.
And I'm like, it's funny because it's really not that bad. When you're watching it, there's nothing that happens. But because of the sound effects and all that shit, every single time I look away because it freaks me the fuck out. I don't want to see it. But nothing happens. But I don't know that because I'm not fucking looking. Because
it kind of just like drives
and so I think that alone, until I watch a movie that has that effect on me, this will remain the scariest. This will remain the fucking...
I feel like when I have to watch Sinister, I have to like, I'm like Ethan Hawke where he has like the fucking glass and the body's like shaking.
You don't even wear glasses, but you put them on.
I need to wear glasses.
That's true. But yeah, we're not talking about Sinister. We're talking about the Black Phone.
And I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool how like all the kids kind of helped him like get away. Like one scene that I just was like, ugh, was like when they were talking about like don't go up the stairs, like it's a trick. He's waiting for you. And then like it pans up and it shows him just sitting there with his fucking shirt off and like the fucking belt in his hand. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, oh, it's wild.
I feel like I got to give it another chance because, I think it was the last episode that I said that soon I'm gonna put it to the test. Calling James Wan the master of horror in cinema, I disagree. I think it's Scott Derickson because he's got a hot track record of scaring the shit out of me. And between Sinister and Deliver Us from Evil, those are two movie experiences that really rattled the shit out of me.
Hell yeah.
And just the fact that he has two of those is enough for me to be like, yeah, he's the master. He's got me. He got me by the nerves. Fucking. But I don't know. Black Phone got a lot of hype before I saw it, and then
it did have a lot of hype. I think that's like kind of the reason why I just kind of just slept on it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Makes sense.
I feel like a lot of people are like really just. I was like, I'll just wait.
Well, that's why I'm looking forward to rewatching it, give it another chance, see if I do like it. Because I remember I didn't hate it, but I thought it was like the weakest of the things I've seen. Another one I plan on watching that I've never seen of his before is The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Well, you don't want to.
Well, I've heard it's terrifying. I'm like, that fucking tracks, though. You know?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it either, so I will also have to.
I'm excited
to watch it.
Because then if he's 3 for 3, he's the master, Phil.
Yeah. And if it's as terrifying as people say, then.
So, I'm excited to rewatch The Black Phone. You know, for just because it's been a while. I'm hoping to walk away from my rewatch like, oh, yeah, okay, I dig it, yeah. But the other thing, Phil, was seeing the trailer for Black Phone 2.
I was going to bring it up.
Was enough for me to be like, I need to rewatch this fucking movie because the trailer's given me more sinister vibes, and I'm just like, this is fucking terrifying. I mean, even the trailer, I was like, oh, I'm unnerved. I don't like it.
Hell yeah.
But I've seen a lot of people online be like, oh, so the grabber's just Freddy Krueger now.
I literally thought the same
But
thing.
my thing was, I don't even give a shit. As I was watching the trailer, I was like, they ain't making any Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So,
they're not.
And I'm like, this looks like a cool approach to that. I'm here for it. And
hell yeah.
I was like, I didn't know I needed the guy who made Sinister to make a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
It's like his own little spin-off on it.
It would...
Because, I mean, especially if it's going to stay like that, and then, like, as, like, the first one as the origin story of how, like, he came to be, like, just this evil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm interested. I kind of didn't know what to think when I saw the trailer. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, because it's like, but yeah, it's cool to like kind of. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, seeing that trailer in theaters, I was like, this has the potential to be really great. Like if it lives up to the potential I'm seeing here, because the guy who gives me nightmares, directing a Nightmare on Elm Street type of movie, that tracks. So I'm like that. Yeah, that's I'm very intrigued to see what he does. You know. Plus, I think he's got the added benefit of, like, the first one was based on a book by Stephen King's son. And this one is not based on anything other than the source material.
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But, like, dude, I'm very intrigued on that one. You got my attention, master.
I will say one thing about Black Phone is that the same death happened in two movies that I watched. And Black Phone was the first one, where like his brother comes down. He finally checks out the basement and sees the kid there, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? Because that blew my mind. Like, when he's like, I'm trying to catch this guy, and yada, 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 and it's his fucking brother the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, damn, he's literally under your nose, and you can't catch the dude. And then finally went down there, and then dude fucking had, like, it's like an axe or some bullshit. He's like, got his ass. I was like, and I saw that one coming though. I was like, yeah, that's not going to work out.
Last episode, I also talked about how Ethan Hawke is like one of my favorite actors. So
I was real happy with his performance. He creeped me out just like he should have.
Yeah. Fucking Sinister being part of that reason. He's excellent.
Yeah.
Sinister.
Yeah, that's why I liked.
We don't want to talk about Black Phone. We really just want to talk about Sinister.
Just talk about Sinister. Fucking, even if we're gonna keep talking about Ethan Hawke, fucking, what's
you want to get me started?
Goodness, The Purge.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm always here for it.
Oh yeah. He's got a show coming out, in like soon, very soon.
It's called Nightmares.
It's called The Lowdown, and it looks pretty good.
Oh yes, I did. I've been seeing things about it. It shouldn't fall, but
it shouldn't fall, but it makes me nervous.
Oh, I'll move it then.
No, it's fine.
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't that nervous. It's okay. Well,
but that's pretty much all I have on the Black Phone.
I think a good one to spin into that we both watched is Weapons.
We did watch Weapons.
Yeah, we sure did. Not together.
No.
Separately.
Yes, at 2 different times.
But we both did see it.
Yes, we did.
And yeah, this is the latest scariest movie of all time, or however they like to word it.
Yeah.
Every time a new horror movie comes out lately. A lot of hype around this one going into it. I was very excited to see it. But I don't know. I feel like I heard just enough things from people to like kind of know what I was getting myself into. I will say, so 2 things that were spoiled for me before I saw this movie. And they were such small things because I pulled a Phil with Weapons. Like I saw the trailer, but like I really kept my distance from anything about this movie. Like the more people were like, "Oh, yeah, I loved it." I'm like, "Cool, I'm gonna go see it," because Barbarian was nuts. Did you see that one?
I saw it was on Voodoo.
Yeah,
but
I went ahead and snagged that one just in case.
But I have not, and so I watched.
It's like when
Weapons.
I say it's
like,
nuts. I heard it was nuts before I saw it, but then it ended up being a very different kind of nuts than I expected it to be, which was a lot of fun. Like, it's just fun to see something fresh in horror. And I felt like Weapons does that. It does give, like, a fresh spin on it. But at the end of the day, it is a pretty simplistic story, I guess. You know, when you really step back and look at it. Because beforehand, I had heard that a big inspiration for this was the movie Magnolia, which you said you have not seen.
I have not.
Well, it's structured similarly, where it's like, you know, you're following all these different characters.
Right.
Know, kind of.
Yeah.
They even go as far as to pay homage to John C. Reilly's character in that movie with the officer's mustache.
Nice.
But I liked Weapons. I liked it. I don't think I loved it like some people have.
No.
Definitely liked it, but the things that I heard, I hadn't heard anything, but the 2 things that I had heard, one, there was that picture of that Aunt Gladys going around the internet.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kept coming up like, oh, one of the biggest villains of 2025 or whatever. I'm just like, oh, okay, so she's the bad guy. So whatever's going on here is because of her. And then literally right before I watched it, somebody else had watched it, and I was like, how was it? And she was telling me. And then she mentioned witchcraft. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so then
I feel like like what the big reveal was.
I kind of feel like that was like literally the only secret to this whole movie.
Yeah.
And that was enough to be like, oh, so I know who the villain is and I know exactly what she's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't know the way it was going to play out, but it was one of those things that because I knew that much, I really felt like I had the movie figured out from the jump because of it.
Yeah. Because I did not.
Which was fine, you know. So how was it for you not knowing? Was it more of a reveal or had you guessed?
I did not guess.
Oh.
I felt like it did I felt like it did keep me on my toes, especially like the way of like how it did kind of like go through like all the different characters, like perspectives and what they were going through to make this complete story. But like that, because I felt like once we got to the reveal of her being a witch, and then you switched to Alex's, like what was like how he was dealing with the whole thing. I was like, then I kind of just felt like I just didn't really care.
Yeah.
Anymore after, you know, I'm just like, not that I didn't care, but I'm just like, okay, well, she's a witch and she's been fucking his shit up.
Well, see, so like, because you had texted me and you had said that you felt like it kind of, you know, just kind of petered out from there.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like it just kept a steady jog the whole time because I knew this already, you know?
Yeah.
And so I felt like I felt the same way at that point as I had the whole movie because I had an answer to everything already, you know? And it's just like,
you already knew why everything was happening.
Dude. It really, really kind of bums me out. I was so close, dude.
Because the scene where fucking the teacher's sitting outside Alex's house or whatever, and the mom comes out with the scissors and gets in the car, I was like, Oh God!
I was
dude.
alone watching it, and I got vocal.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
I got vocal. That I was like, ugh, no, thank you.
I would probably say that my favorite person that they followed was the junkie.
Yeah, that was
Fun.
crazy.
That was,
He was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he went to the house and they're just sitting on the fucking, I was like, oh God.
Another one that was really crazy for me that really had me just kind of be like, oh my God, was when the principal like bashes his own head like into his partner's head,
yeah.
into pulp, and I was just like, my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I enjoy. I mean, because like the thing is, like, I enjoyed everyone's performances. I enjoyed
everybody was great in this movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed Josh Brolin.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, because that scene was crazy where he fucking was having like that dream.
Yeah,
and he went back. He like found like the house or whatever,
and
then he pulled the covers over. It's just a witch's fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
see,
oh,
now
God.
that kept getting me at the beginning when like each character was individually having those little moments of seeing the witch, and every time it got me. I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, the knocking on the door after she like just answered it.
Yeah, it got me. I mean, it freaked me out. It was
so because I felt like I was hooked. I was in on it. I was like, okay, cool. And then it's like, oh, she's a witch. And then I was like, and then I was And so then it felt like after that, I was like, okay.
I did enjoy how it ended, though.
Yeah, with the kids killing it.
Yes, I enjoyed.
And I saw that on Facebook. But
that's about
without having any context,
right.
and I've known what the movie was about, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I feel I enjoyed how that played out because I'm glad Alex got his. At the end of it, it kind of feels a little bit like following Andy in Child's Play. It's like he's lost so much. It's just like you're glad to see him get it over on old Chuckster.
The scene where they were stabbing their faces with a fork, that was gross.
It really was a great movie. I mean, I really did enjoy it, but at the same time, it feels like one. Like, I don't know. I'm curious to see how it ages.
Yeah,
just how rewatchable it feels, because I do feel like I'm still in the camp of. I feel like I liked Barbarian better.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Weapons to me, I even think I told you that when we were texting about it. I'm like, I think I need to watch it again.
Upon talking about it, originally I told you 7.
Yeah,
but I think I'd bump it to 7.5, 8 for potential.
Yeah,
even just like with the acting and stuff like that, and just the overall.
Yeah. Very well made movie. Like it's fucking. I really like the way it's like set up. It's fun.
I mean, because I liked it. I just wasn't like blown away by it either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of where I sit with it. But,
yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, it definitely wasn't like a bad movie by any means.
Yeah, Weapons. Now Zach Kreger, who I was a big Whitest Kids You Know fan back in the day. And he was one of those kids. He was the one that directed Miss March, and like he was the other guy,
Nice.
Because then there's a reference to his friend Trevor, who was the guy who hits him with the bat in Miss March.
It's been so long.
He was like the main dude on, if you can call him the main dude on Whitest Kids. But he passed away like a few years ago, and there's that scene in the principal's storyline where. He's got that tray with 7 hot dogs on it, and that's like a tribute to Trevor because there was this skit from Whitest Kids You Know, where Zach is the patient and Trevor's the doctor, and I forget who. I think it's Zach's character who's talking about eating 7 hot dogs, a day or something like I was like, oh, that's nice.
That's funny.
But I don't know. I do like the freshness he brings to stuff, and I know his next project is Resident Evil.
Hell yeah!
He's talked a little bit about how. He's like, this is... I felt like I really related to this because of kind of what we were talking about the other day, where it's like, he's like, I've done a lot of kind of complex shit. I'm ready to do one where I just shut my brain off and just have a good time. And,
Hell yeah.
And that's what this is. And I'm like, well, that's exciting. And then the dude that played the junkie in Weapons is in this Resident Evil. He's like the lead. I'm like, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what else this dude does.
Hell yeah. I thought Benedict Wong was my favorite character.
Yeah, he was a good dude.
He was a
He
good
was a
dude.
good dude. You know who was not a good dude?
The officer.
The officer. Piece of shit.
He was kind of a fuckhead.
That you want to talk about a twist? That's what took me. It was like they really tee him up to be like, oh, this nice guy, but then it's just
He's
like,
kind of a piece of shit.
no, he's a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Has the father's disapproval now.
Yeah.
But he got his.
Yeah. Oh, he sure did. When he just punched the junkie, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that'll stick me? Nah, man, nah. He was so pissed.
I mean, granted, I would have been too.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you ask, he was like, "Nah," and then the first pocket you check, you get fucking stabbed with a used needle. Like, what the fuck? But
and then does it again to him later.
Yeah.
Him in the face. Oh,
yeah, with all three of them, just
hilarious.
three. Oh, you don't have AIDS or anything, do you? No, I don't think so.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was a good time. Should I go on to is that all we have on weapons?
That's all I got on weapons.
Alrighty. Well, I'll jump down to my next one, which was a classic I've never seen before.
Oh.
A Stephen King adaptation.
Oh. I saw your list, so I know where this is going.
Yeah, and it was Misery.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have given me shit over the years.
First time, huh?
Yeah, first time. It's because it's like, I don't know, my thing was just like, well, I know like what the movie's about. You know, it's been talked about so much. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, the writer gets kidnapped and gets his fucking shit broken. You know?
Old boy does it.
But so I was like, I should watch it. And so I did, and I enjoyed it. I knew as soon as when he first escaped the room for the first time, he was going through the house and shit, and he fucking bumped into that table, and he picked up the penguin, and he put it facing the wrong way. I'm like, that's going to bite him in the ass, and god damn if it didn't.
One of very few Academy Award winning horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Kathy Bates.
She did a good job. She was crazy.
Fucking A.
Like, what the hell? Yeah, no, I thought it was decent. The only thing that, like, I felt like I didn't like was, like, there's, like, the scene where she, like, falls on the typewriter or whatever, and, like her death scene or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Or, no, maybe she just hits her head. I don't remember. But at any rate, like, it showed her fall, and you could just tell that it was, like, just like a dummy falling. I was like, I was like, but other than that, it was fine. But it was also the second movie to my same death scenario, where T was in the basement, and the police officer, the detective, came to like check out her house, and like he heard him, and so I opened the door, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then. And then she blew him away with a shotty. Oh. And it was really sad because, like, I really loved that character. Like, I was rooting for him the whole time.
Yeah,
like, he stuck it out. He knew something was wrong. He went through all this effort to he was like, no, it's just not right. He's somewhere. And he eventually found him. And then, and then died. I was like, damn. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad I finally watched it after all this time. So
it's one I should definitely give that one a rewatch. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I need to read the book. How did you feel about the iconic scene?
Oh, with him breaking his ankles with the mallet?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Granted, it only showed it the once.
Yeah.
But still, just like the thought of it, like, and then just completely bending your shit inward like that. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah, dude. The power of the imagination. You're filling in the gaps. You're like, oh yeah, that scene is so much gnarlier than it actually is.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, it sticks out. It's been one of the pinnacles of
It's not something I would want to happen to me.
Oh, no thank you. Yeah.
I mean, the whole situation was fucked up. But I can imagine, like, being in that scenario though, where you're fucking injured to the point where
Yeah.
you can't even move,
Right.
and you're stuck with a crazy person. You know, like that you're being held against your will at. It's like the amount of time it took him to fucking start to get better and all that shit. Like it's crazy. Like it would have been months
Yeah.
of like fucking just being in this woman's house. It was just wild, but yeah, I could. Yeah, you know,
It's a
good
rough draw.
God,
Yeah.
she did not like his ending. You're
No.
going to rewrite this. You can't kill Misery. Ah! But yeah, that's all I really got, Misery.
Hey, okay. Well, then I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna have to flip flop them,
Oh,
similar to the plots of these films, because I saw Freakier Friday
oh,
first, and then we came home and rewatched Freaky Friday after.
hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna do them in the regular order. So yes, we rewatched Freaky Friday once we got home from the theater. But you know, back in 2003 when it came out, like, I it really came flooding back to me on that rewatch of like just how many times I'd seen this movie. I was like, man, I really do. It's in there, just like Scooby-Doo. It's just collecting dust.
Oh,
And,
Freaky
uh,
Friday.
Yeah, man, it'd been a long time since I'd seen it, but like even because I feel like most of the time with these little legacy sequel movies that they do, I usually make a point of watching, you know, the one that came out about 20 years ago before I go see the new one. Like we did it with Dumb and Dumber, and it's like when we watched them back to back like that, it's like you catch all the jokes and the references and stuff.
Right.
This time I just did it in reverse order.
Hell
And
yeah.
there were things that I could like put together, even though it'd been a long time since I'd seen it. I'm like, oh yes, this person or this joke or whatever.
Yeah.
This was clearly in the first movie. But there were some things I missed, and then I was rewatching. I'm like, oh, this is that thing
Yeah.
that they did.
Ha!
But you know, classic switcheroo itself is a remake of a movie from like the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a classic of our time, I guess. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan. I loved it. You know,
Swapping bodies.
Belle and I were talking. I was talking about the different eras of Jamie Lee Curtis. I feel like you know she was Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis for a long time.
Yeah.
And I told her there's that sexy phase with True Lies. I didn't know anything about that till a few years ago. Belle showed me True Lies. I was like, God damn, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh shit.
But then there was like the early 2000s Jamie Lee Curtis, like Freaky Friday and shit like that, where it's like that's what I knew her from growing up. And then now we're in our you know, post Academy Award win Jamie Lee Curtis era.
Hell yeah.
And it shows in Freakier Friday. There was a scene that was going on. I leaned over to Belle and like, she's got to put the work in. She's got to clock in now because she's Academy Award winner Jamie Lee Curtis now. Everything she's done since she's got to, and then she turns around and wins the Emmy for fucking The Bear. Yeah, she's on a hot streak. You know, now she's got to bring the thunder.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, Freakier Friday was one of those sequels, like, because you never know how these things are going to be. You know,
You don't.
after coming back from however many years gone and shit. And this was one of the better ones. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic, but like not overly so. I felt like, yes, you know, same premise, you know,
Yeah.
except this time they double it up, where it's like Lindsay Lohan has a daughter and like a soon-to-be stepdaughter, and then the girls switch with the adults.
Hell yeah.
And it was fun. We had some laughs, shed some tears. It was good. It was good.
Good.
Fun. Yeah.
How did Lindsay Lohan do?
Great, actually. I even to the point where I told
Because didn't you say she couldn't? No, that was Amanda Bynes.
That was Amanda Bynes,
Amanda
yeah.
Bynes. I was like, did you say she couldn't act?
because I was a Lindsay Lohan fan, you know, back in the day, and
Yeah, Mean Girls rules.
fucking dude. The list goes on and on. Mean Girls, Get a Clue, fucking
Get a clue. So Herbie
Fully
fully
Loaded.
I watched a scene from that the other day on good old Facebook.
Life Size.
Yeah.
Fucking Lindsay Lohan, you know, She was great.
Fucking Parent Trap.
Parent Trap, yep. And it's like, yeah, she had a spill, and I feel like some celebrities go through that rough patch, and they don't come out the other side. And I told Belle, I'm like, I'm really glad we're getting Lindsay Lohan back. I feel like she's really doing well. Like and watching Freakier Friday, I was like, she was great in this. I was like,
Nice.
She's really good. I was like, if given the chance, I'd work with Lindsay Lohan. She seems like she's very talented. She always has been. So that's how she did.
I was going to, do you think this is going to help relaunch her acting career?
Yes and no. I think this is a bigger step for sure. Because she's mostly been doing like kind of Hallmarky movies and stuff up until this point.
Because I really don't. I couldn't tell you the last Lindsay Lohan movie I watched.
Machete, I think.
I didn't watch Machete.
But no, good to see her back.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad she is back.
And then the girl who plays Lindsay Lohan's daughter in this movie is an excellent actress too. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was like that little girl that acts in the Western show.
Oh, yeah.
And so she's a little more grown up now. She's a teenager now, but still, I mean, what an excellent... The whole time I was watching this movie, I'm like, give this fucking little girl an Oscar. This bitch is fantastic. Like, she was the best. She's out here with Academy Award winner Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's funny.
And, the return of Lindsay Lohan. And yet she's the best actress in this whole movie. Just fucking killing it, dude. She's so good. And the other girl was good, too. Apologies for not knowing their name. Because...
They were great.
I'm just like, this person, fantastic. And then there was a fourth one. And she was also great. Yeah, that's Freaky Friday for you.
Let's see. I have 4 more.
4 more. Oh, it's that time. We need a little jingle that we play during the counting.
Honestly, though,
like our own little Jeopardy song.
We'll have to record something sometime and just start post editing it in there.
I think I've got 4.
Oh, you also have 4?
Including bundles.
Oh, yeah, 4 bundles.
More or less. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Some are bundles, some are standalone.
Okay. Well, I can go with my next one if you want me to.
Hit me with it.
I watched Ironheart.
Ironheart, fuck.
I finished
finally.
it. I finished it.
Finally. And?
It was all right.
All right. Well, what's next?
Yeah, and I mean, we can talk about a little bit more than that, but
I would hope so.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I enjoyed Eric Andre's cameo. I think I said that with the Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
Last episode.
They give him to us and then they yank him off.
They did, and I was real sad when he died.
I think I saw he's in this upcoming Street Fighter movie, and I didn't even let myself get excited. My first thought was they're just going to show him and then kill him off.
Right.
Bastards.
He's like, I'll be in your movie, but only do cameos.
For 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And go. Oh, shit.
I enjoyed fucking the dude, the quirky dude that was the guy's son that worked for Tony Stark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was also the officer in Weapons.
Was that the same guy?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, goddamn.
Alden Ironreich. See, now that's why I wasn't going to say his name. Ironreich? I don't know.
I don't know either.
His name's Alden. He played Han Solo in Solo.
Huh, wow.
Yeah. You're a big fan. You didn't even know.
I did not know. Another goddamn train. You'd think there would have been train.
And you know something? Still no train movies.
No, there wasn't one that I was going to say you would think that there would be one for Ironheart if they're in Chicago.
Well, that wasn't a train. They had that whole freeway heist thing, the little underground freeway they were building.
Oh, yeah.
Not a train.
But yeah, that was cool. I felt like the whole thing, with her friend being the AI, that was...
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. I don't know how I felt about the Mephisto thing.
Yeah, the finally getting Mephisto.
I was like, huh. I was like, I can understand why people are like, yeah, that's not gonna come back for like ever.
Well, see, that's my thing. I feel like my feelings on this matter are pending. If somebody asks, they're pending. Because okay, let's see how this plays out. Because if this is one of those things that we'll look back on and be like, wow, this was like Nick Fury coming in being like, hey, I'm assembling a team. Like, maybe we'll look back on this moment and be like, yeah, that was the first time Mephisto showed up.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. There's no knowing where the hell any of this is going.
Yeah, because it left like that such like open ended too. It's like, so what are we doing here?
So what are we doing? Is he coming back?
Like
where's he going?
What's happening?
I don't know. I like to think so because they're leaving a lot of threads open for like the supernatural side of things. Matter of fact, that's most of the threads that are currently just floating in the wind.
Yeah.
With Werewolf by Night, the way that ended. The way, I don't know. They set up Blade and like the Black Knight or whatever they call him at the end of Eternals. All this stuff. Agatha all along, how that ended.
Yeah.
It's just like all the stuff about the afterlife that they've been talking about, like throughout Moon Knight and Thor: Love and Thunder, and Black Panther. Like, I feel like they're setting something up on a supernatural scale, and I'd love to see it pay off.
Hell yeah!
But until then,
I hope it does.
I hope it's not just a bunch of carrots on sticks.
Right. Have like a vulture and at the end of Mephisto.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here? Oh, nothing. But yeah, it was decent. I felt like I enjoyed it. I don't think I was like, wow. But I would at least probably rewatch it again at some point in time.
Hell yeah.
But that's all I really have on Ironheart.
Well, let's see here. Where do I want to jump to next? All right. Well, here's the one I didn't tell you about, Phil.
Ooh.
Here's what I watched.
I almost forgot you said that.
We brought it up on the last episode. We both talked about watching it.
Oh, and then I was the only one that did.
No, I did.
Well, that's more. Yeah, you're the only one that did.
I'm the only one that watched it. Yes.
I did not.
Unless secretly you forgot or something.
It depends on what it is.
Well, it stands.
I did not.
Yeah, you didn't.
I wanted to. I still do.
I watched it last night.
How was it?
Just fine.
Just fine.
Just fine. It was good. If anything, I learned some things about Belle last night watching it. She and her about me, because it basically goes through Eminem's whole life, more or less. So just kind of release by release sort of thing. But it's more a movie about the fans, obviously. It kind of makes that clear.
I like how the impact that Eminem's had on their life and stuff like
and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it was an intriguing look at things. I feel like for somebody, if somebody doesn't know anything about Eminem, they could walk away from this being like, "Wow, that was pretty good. I learned a lot."
Right? Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe not really, because there's I feel like a lot of it, because that was the thing we learned about each other, was like, it starts at the beginning, and they're talking about like when My Name Is came out on MTV, and like Stan coming out, like, and all that shit. I remember all this. I remember all this happening. I remember the impact it was having. They even talk about like all the soccer moms like being all into Eminem and stuff, and I'm just like, I remember that too, I fucking remember all this.
And I grew up listening to Eminem.
And then I think it was about like the 2010 like Not Afraid era was when Belle was like, this is what I know Eminem from, and I'm just like, you and I are different people.
Yeah,
we have walked different paths.
That's a whole different version of Eminem.
Yeah, we've walked different paths. Yeah, I got the fucking crazy. It's almost kind of like, you can almost say the same thing about like Tyler, the Creator. It's just like, you don't know the shit he used to be on, dog. Like, he was fucking crazy. Like, you wouldn't even believe these days. And
he wouldn't have been able to do what he did then today.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, the way it ended, I don't know if I liked it or didn't like it. Because mild spoiler for you, bud. Because the whole time we're watching this movie, and Belle and I are both asking the same question. So is he going to meet any of these people? All these people who are being interviewed who are like, I'm like the biggest Eminem fan in the world, and they're all freaks about it. They even, when they're talking about Stan, they're like, am I Stan? Like, am I this? You know? and so like the whole time, you think like at the end, like Eminem's gonna walk out and meet everybody and be like, surprise, you do finally get to meet Eminem. And what's kind of a little funnier is there's this one guy in this whole group that was like, maybe he shouldn't meet Eminem. He was the only person that Belle and I were like, maybe he shouldn't meet Eminem. But then at the end, it's like, oh, big reveal. He's the only one that has.
That's funny.
Out of this whole group, I'm like, that's so funny. But yeah, no, at the end, that's not what happens. They kind of make it seem like that's what's going to happen, and then it just doesn't happen. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like there's that part of me that like thought it was going to happen so much. I was just like bothered in the moment of like, I really would have liked that to have happened. It's funny. What I expected. But then at the same time, all these fans, and then Eminem kind of reiterates the fact that it's like all the fans who like really love him like that are like, I'd love to meet him, but like at the same time, I don't think that's necessarily what he would want, you know? Like,
right.
And they were all very respectful of it, and then that's kind of what Eminem echoes is like, you know, I feel like the people who are truly my biggest fans like get me in that sense of like, you know, they really do connect with me in that way, and they're just like, they do respect my boundaries and shit like that. And I'm just like, yeah, well, that's cool. I mean, it was cool. I liked it. Right. I think you'll like it. You know.
I'm sure I will. I like Eminem. You know, so I figured I would enjoy it.
Another one, you know, on this list that was like it was good, but it didn't like. I wasn't like, oh my god, have you seen Stans? You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be something just. I'll probably be like a late night watch. One night, you know, I was like, oh, I'll put on Stans. Why not? You know, but...
Or watch it first thing in the morning, and then next thing you know, you're just listening to Eminem all day.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe I'm a Stan.
Maybe I'm a Stan. So Stans.
Next. What you got, bud?
Oh.
Yeah, you. You're the only other person on this podcast.
That is true. I watched the Mandela Effect.
The Mandela Effect.
Yeah. It was
fiction.
It was like fiction. It was a fiction.
Gotcha.
You know, it was about this guy who like loses his daughter or whatever, and so he starts to notice things aren't as he remembered and whatnot. So now he's like going through trying to like he gets like obsessed with the Mandela Effect, and he swears that's what's happening and like all this stuff. And yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
you know, to say the least. It wasn't bad, but it definitely was like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of trippy. I'm just like, what the fuck did I just watch here? Yeah. But it wasn't bad. It was alright. It was on I want to say it was on Prime.
Okay.
It was recommended to me to watch, so.
By Prime or by
someone else. Someone just watched it, and he was like, oh, I've been talking about this movie all day. So I was like, oh, I'm about to watch something, and so I was like, hey, why don't we put this on? So we did.
I feel you know something I'm thinking about right now? I feel like people don't recommend me movies that much.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, you do sometimes.
But yeah.
Like, outside of you, I don't know. It happens here and there, but it never happened. Like, sometimes, like back when I was living, you know, in my last apartment and stuff, you know, my friendly neighbor, he would drop me. So he's like, hey, here's a good movie. And he like handed me the DVD. I watched it. I'm like, okay. I don't know if I would have watched this if he hadn't get, you know, shit like that. And it's like, I do miss that. I like when somebody's like, yo, you should watch this. Yeah, I think there was one recently that we both were like, oh shit, we need to check that out. When we were at the festival, I think Nat was talking about it.
Oh yeah,
because it was like a one-shot movie or something kind of like that.
Yeah, or
Better Luck Tomorrow.
Yeah. With John Cho or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one that
Still gotta check it out.
Still
So here I am bitching and nobody ever gives me recommendations yet. I'm out here not watching, but Phil's like, well, that's no fucking secret. Take 5 fucking ever to watch Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's funny. It did take you forever. That was wild. But no, I guess because my thing is just I make a point to tell people to recommend movies to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, if you ever have any recommendations or you see something that's cool, just let me know. So I make a point to try to, because that's all. Because or there's a lot of times where there are those movies you haven't seen this. I'm like, right. No, but maybe since you said something, I might light a little fire under my ass to finally fucking check it out. So that's kind of and then I try to make a point to always watch recommendations. I usually do a pretty good job about it. Where it was
just make me feel bad.
It's not to make you feel bad. I'm just saying
I like to savor it like a fine wine.
That I would like to say that that's just something I do.
I like to be real pretentious about it. I'm like, if it's that great, let's see how great it is in 20 years.
Still great.
Fuck, that was really great. That really stood the test of time.
Classic.
I'm going to get to an age where you're like, you better hope I live to see this film.
Oh, man.
I need to pull the trigger on that. Speaking of Ethan Hawke, that little trilogy, Before Sunrise.
I'm here.
People say the best way to watch it is to
watch it.
To wait however many years to watch each one.
I will not.
Maybe I will.
Just
because you said you won't.
Oh yeah, no, I'll sit down. I'll just watch all 3 of them in a row.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll
wait and it'll just transcendentally change my life.
Whoa.
And you're like, damn, dude, it wasn't that good. Chill. I'm like, you wouldn't get it. You didn't take your time.
You didn't let it fucking marinate for 20 years like I did.
Watch a little bit of Boyhood at a time.
That's funny. Just
from year to year.
Yeah. Just pause it for
annual Boyhood watch party.
For 15 minutes.
Man.
And that was 7. All right. Now.
Yeah. So the Mandela Effect. So would you recommend it to somebody else? Would you pass it along?
If they're into that kind of sci-fi type of shit, it wasn't bad. No, it was decent.
I feel you. So how many you got left, bud?
I have 2.
2. Okay, well.
One of which we watched together.
And I'm going to take it right now. We watched him.
We did watch him.
We watched him. All that good shit. The Happy Birthday film.
Yes.
It was Philly's Happy Birthday movie.
It was. It was my Happy Birthday
You were
movie.
fucking stoked for this movie.
I was.
You were really about it. And I even made a point to tell Belle that. I forget what she said, but in return, I was like, listen, he really has his heart set on this movie. He's very excited about that. I think I told her about all the negative reviews I saw. Because you're like, yes, him, on my birthday. I don't give a fuck who's going. I'm going.
Yeah, I was.
And I can't wait for you, bud. For me, even with the trailers, I'm like, I'm going to watch it. But I wasn't super hyped on it.
Right.
I thought it could be interesting. But yeah, you were like...
I thought it had potential.
For sure.
To be crazy.
And
it was
crazy.
It was. And I mean, what's funny is because it's kind of what I exactly thought it was going to be. Which is wild, because I feel like I couldn't have guessed it was going to be that. What it ended up being, I guess. Him kind of
I mean, I guess what I mean, I think you're talking about the story, and I'm talking about the way it was done.
Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about the story.
I gotcha. Because I feel you there. Yeah, that played out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost wish they got into it more. You know
Same,
what I mean?
Honestly. If they would, I was hoping that they were going to lean more into that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And they didn't really do that.
Didn't you hear David Lynch died, and then they fucking proceed to pay a little tribute to him?
So,
like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
but yeah, like some of the shit was kind of just wild. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the
like,
way it plays out, like, I just remember thinking the whole time, like, well, I saw the Universal logo at the beginning, but, like, for such a big budget, like, high, like, you know, like, general release or whatever, I feel like this is something you would catch at, like, some art house.
yeah,
movie.
that's
like,
what you said when we left.
I feel like my exact description of the movie to you was, it's Rosemary's Baby if it was a trippy football movie.
Right, yeah.
100%. It's got all the devilry and all that shit, and it's just like, it's trippy as fuck sometimes.
It was trippy. The fucking... Because you mentioned it earlier in this, and I think the scene you're talking about was when he was in the sauna, and that girl crawls out from under the fucking bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unsettling, but something else this movie didn't do was give anything room to breathe.
No.
It was just just cut.
Yeah.
Cut. It just was moving. I'm just like, okay.
And I kind of enjoy that because that's kind of like what that situation would have been like, where it's like,
yeah,
you're constantly like, there is no like downtime. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no time to just let things kind of marinate. It's like, it's, you know, you're here and like you're devoted to like being here. And so that was, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed Marlon Wayne's performance.
For sure.
I thought he did exactly what I wanted him to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, you know, so like, yeah, I definitely was happy with it. I
think you said
I wasn't blown away, but
yeah, I think when we left, you said 6.5, 7 with potential.
Yeah.
And I again, solid review. 100% agree. Yes.
So, like, I mean, yeah. So
if you're into that kind of thing, like if you can get on this movie's frequency, you can find some enjoyment.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can see where people are not going to like this movie. Like a lot of the people around us.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? And it's just like, I just accepted it for the trip that it was.
Yeah.
Like, and I definitely understand, as soon as it was over, I thought of one of the reviewers I did watch beforehand that said, you know, he was basically implying that, that you'd have a better time watching this movie if you're a little fucking on something. And I definitely see that. I'm like, yeah, this is the type of movie that you have your homies come over and be like, oh, have you seen him?
Yeah.
Drop a little something, smoke a little something, and kick back and watch a spooky little flick.
Yeah.
It's a vibe, you know, for sure.
It was, and, you know, because we did before.
Yeah.
We went, and, you know.
I was so glad we did.
It was the right call to make, because it's like, that's what you need to do to see that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I wouldn't want to watch it sober.
Like, if you're watching a kaleidoscope for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Like, one thing I will say that I probably wasn't the biggest fan of, and it works sometimes, and other times I just didn't really care for it, was like how they just showed like the body. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like the skeleton, like X-ray kind of shot.
The little Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I was like, because there's the one scene where it kind of like paid off a little bit,
right.
but then like other times I'm just like,
because then they just used it again. It's like you didn't have to use it.
Yeah. You know, so then it's like, at one point I was like, is this like, it looked like a fucking Mortal Kombat X-ray finisher. Like dude got his arm broken. He's like, snap. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Whenever anybody brings up style over substance, this will be one of the first movies to leap to mind for sure. But it is stylish. I mean, it looks cool. Like, like I said, if you're just looking for like a, trip,
Yeah. I still say, were you willing to sacrifice everything? You know?
Everything.
That was my favorite scene.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Let's hear it.
So the ending is wackadoo crazy.
Crazy.
And I've seen a lot of people just not care for it. Where do you fall on this, on the ending?
I don't care that it was crazy, because that was fine with me. I feel like my biggest problem, it's like, where the fuck are we gonna go from there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now that like he pretty much did the whole ritual, like what was the whole, then it's like, now you just killed like fucking 5 people. Right, so like, what are you gonna like you're just gonna just
What's
leave?
The point of this? Yeah.
You know, so I'm just like, or then he did sacrifice everything and then didn't fucking take it.
Yeah.
You know, but there was things that I liked where it's like when him and Marlon were talking and he's like, I can tell you're a good dude. He's like, don't do it the way I did it. He's like, find a different way. And so I thought that, like, that playing out, I thought was kind of cool.
Again, it's like if they had explored it more.
Yeah. And then, like, the thing with the girl or whatever, where she's like, if your heart's really not into this, she's like, maybe don't do this.
Right.
You know? So, like, there was, like, moments where it's like...
So at the end, he's like, yeah, okay, I won't.
Yeah. You know? So, where I'm just like...
Which I felt like that tracked. I feel like for me, the ending was like... When I was watching it, I thought about The Substance and the way that movie ended.
Yeah.
But my thing with The Substance is, while it may feel like a completely separate thing from the rest of the movie, they still earned it. Like, in my opinion, they earned the wackadoo ending, because it's like, this movie's been pretty damn good for as long as I've been watching it. I think you can get a little fucking crazy when you land this plane. But, like, you know, there's not a lot of substance. It's hard to, like, sink your teeth into this movie so that when the payoff does come, it does just feel, like, gratuitous. It just feels like, you know, oh, and here's a little bit of gore for you,
right? You
freaks out there, you know. It's just like,
because, like, especially like the scene where,
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, like the scene where he chopped the dude's head off, and it was just like the blood just squirting for like a minute straight. It's
but it is like a almost Lynchian kind of movie where it's just like, it's a vibe, it's a frequency. You just got to get on it or get off.
You know, and I feel like. Especially, too, like, I mean, because, like, I played football, you know, like, growing up and stuff. I mean, I quit in high school, but, like, I don't know if, you know, are those people who, like, are about it like that, like, when it comes to sports and stuff like that. So, like, I could see, like, where people can kind of connect on it in, like, that kind of frequency, too, of just, like, pushing yourself to, like, your absolute limits and shit like that. So yeah, I mean, it was definitely, like, an interesting concept. I felt like Marlon Wayans crushed it. I even enjoyed the other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they both I thought they did a good job, and I just felt like they could have just done a little more with it.
I feel like a 6.5 is pretty fair.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be for everybody.
No, absolutely not.
But I could see it becoming a cult classic with time.
Yeah. It might have its, like, audience, it's like its little fan base or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, only time will tell.
All right.
And, should I move on to my last one then?
Do it.
So, I watched Saltburn.
Saltburn. Heard many a story, but still know nothing about it.
And you're not gonna learn anything today either.
Great.
Because I don't plan on telling you anything about it. Other than the fact that I watched it, I thought, I can't remember who the actor's name is.
Like the main?
Yeah, because he has like a funky last name.
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah. So I thought he did a good job. Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I've always kind of enjoyed the stuff that he's been in and stuff like that. So that wasn't a surprise to me. I had someone that I watched it with, she was like, when she's like, there's gonna be this one scene and you'll know what it is. And so I was like, okay. And so then it happened. I was like, okay, yeah, that must have been the scene you're talking about. But I was like, there's another scene that I felt like was more wild.
I feel like I've heard that there's like that's what I've heard about this movie, is that there's some scenes in this movie that
are just
holy shit.
Yeah. And so it was crazy, you know? So I definitely think it was worth a watch. I'd love for you to watch it so I can really get into it. Because I watched it the first time, I was like, and after it ended, I was like, okay. I was like, and then I was like, thinking about it, I was like, man. It's like, I wouldn't mind going back and like rewatching it knowing
how it all
goes down. Yeah. So
it's the same chick that made Promising Young Woman made that movie.
Nice.
Does that track? Can you see the
It's interesting that it was made by the same person.
Well, you got me excited.
You should be.
feel like this is the review I've been waiting for to know whether to pull the trigger.
You should just pull the trigger. If you're waiting for a green light, you go for it.
I do find myself sometimes like, I don't do it intentionally, but I do feel like sometimes when a movie gets really hyped up, I just don't go watch it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not such a hipster to the degree that I don't go and see, big popular things, because I love big popular things. We talk about franchises all the time.
Do you think it feels like maybe if like so many people are like hyping it up that you don't want to watch it with the expectation of being disappointed, or is it just because everyone's watching it?
I don't know. I really don't know what it is. Like right now, the one, because Saltburn was one of them, where like fucking everybody and their cousin had seen this movie, and I'm just like, okay, I believe that it's good. I'm taking everybody's word for it, and I'm like, I will watch this at some point, but I'm in no hurry to do it for some reason. I'm like, it's got its success. It doesn't need me. Right. It doesn't need my approval. But right now, that movie is K-pop Demon Hunters. Everybody keeps fucking talking about this movie.
Is talking.
Everybody's got a hard on for it, and I'm just like, I'll take your word for it. Maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't. Yeah. It's kind of like my weird thing with TV shows. When I'm like, yeah, I love that show. I never finished it. The show's fucking one of the best. I don't know how it ends though.
What I watched was fucking fantastic. Yes. That's funny.
When it's so good that I don't even want to watch it. It's too good.
Kind of like Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes, that was the one. One's glaring in my brain. It's gonna bring up Breaking Bad.
It's a good show. And that's one that you haven't finished.
No.
You watched like the first 2 seasons.
But hey, what I've seen of it, I loved it. One of the best. One of all time.
Damn fine film.
Damn fine show.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, maybe in Mesa in like 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I have to let it age. Now that the recommendation process has started, we'll see.
Funny.
Anywhere from 3 to 10 years. Or 20 in certain cases. Saving Private Ryan's an all-time classic.
Yeah. That one took a while. The only other one that I could think of that took like any of I felt like that took like 5 years. Yeah. And then you're like, yeah, it was all right. And I was like, all right.
Fuck yourself. And he never recommended me a movie again.
Not for years.
You watch Saving Private Ryan, we'll talk. Well, in my defense, Basketball Diaries was kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
And then we found it, and I didn't watch it for a few more years after that. But, for those first couple of years,
because I watched it on Netflix with my dad. Yeah. We sat there and watched it together. Still enjoy it.
I just kept looking around Netflix going, I don't know. I don't see it. I can't find it.
Must have took it off, I guess. Damn. It was crazy, too, when they're used to just thinking about when people just had Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's like...
Some kids will never know.
No.
Yeah.
There was no HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Paramount, all that shit. That's, You had Netflix or you had nothing. You were going
Netflix, or you had Netflix in the mail. Those were your options.
That's where we started.
Or you went to a video store.
Video store.
Dad, are you okay? Huh? What? I was skipping down the aisles of Blockbuster in my brain.
That's funny.
Well, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done.
So this,
I've been leave. The audience wouldn't even know. I'll just keep acting like you're reacting to me.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yes.
Give it like the pause too, as if I would be responding.
Sorry, Phil's audio dipped out there at the end. So we're gonna go out with a bang. Ooh. Okay. I got a bundle, and then I got a little epilogue to that bundle.
Well, I guess I already know your bundle.
Well, of course you know my bundle. Yeah. This ain't for you, Phil.
This is it.
As much as I do the show for you.
you don't do it for me.
Hi, Phil. This is the weekly acknowledgement of Phil chopping dough at the fucking...
That's funny.
I do it for the people,
Hell yeah.
I do it for me. And me alone. And Phil when he's spinning pizza dough. So my big bundle. We're continuing Alien,
Hell
the
yeah.
Alien adventure.
Because I was in the middle of wanting to say something when we ended it. Because now you've watched 3 and 4.
I have
And
rewatched technically.
well, yeah.
Whatever, you know.
It's just been so long.
Yes.
Because I was saying that the end of the second one, going into the third one, is like the saddest part of the whole
And
Alien
I thought about
franchise.
that the whole time I was watching Alien 3.
I was like, damn, that's sad.
Well, ain't that a bitch?
The girl died. They went through all that for literally nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was like,
I could see where that is people's biggest problem with Alien 3. Is that it just completely is like, and all of that happened for no reason.
I can see more so with that with 4. At least they ended it on 3, you know, like the Sigourney Weaver story arc that I was happy with ending it with the self-sacrifice.
Well, we'll get there.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. Alien 3 was fine. You know what I'm saying?
I don't listen. I'm gonna just start by saying there's not a single Alien movie that I hate. Like
I'm gonna say I hate any of them.
I don't hate any of them. There's some I like more than others, for sure. Alien 3 is definitely amongst my least favorite for sure because it's just whatever. It's easy to tune out of.
I feel like that one is like the one where like the alien graphics like held up.
I was
the least.
Literally gonna say my least favorite part of this whole movie was the fucking choice to do CGI aliens in this one.
Yeah,
the way that
it looked terrible,
dude. Like the worst it's looked in the whole.
I was
series.
like, how do you have these first two, especially like coming off the second one, like where these aliens look terrifying,
right?
And then it's just like, we have the technology. What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, just freaking silly. Because Alien 3 seems like, and I think the same could also be said for the fourth movie. They both feel like the first 2 Aliens came out in theaters, but then the next 2 came out on Sci-Fi Channel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy that Sigourney Weaver did all 4 of them. I was literally thinking about that, like on when I was driving here today.
That's so funny.
I was thinking about, like, and Sigourney Weaver did all 4 of them. Like she came back for the 4th and everything.
As I went into 3 and 4, all I could think about was really. Really, and she came back.
The first 2 made sense, but she stuck herself to that franchise.
They're cutting her a check big time, and there's a thing I'm going to get into with the 4th movie that's really going to compound on this a little bit. Like, fucking Sigourney Weaver. I don't know. I don't know why she kept coming back. Alien 3, people are like, oh, this thing's dog shit. It's absolute garbage. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's,
no.
That like as I was watching it, it was almost like I was looking for like, why do people think it's that terrible? And at the end of the day, yeah, whatever. It feels like something you catch on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's just a super, middle of the road.
It just felt like an alien movie to
me.
And
it is just kind of like boring, and it just takes itself very seriously. And yeah, I don't know. The concept's just weird. To have gone from those first 2 movies into this, it was a very weird turn of events. Like
now you're on a prison planet all of a sudden.
Okay.
They're all males here. You're like the only female, like stuff like that.
And I do feel like the Alien franchise definitely lived long enough to see itself become like any other horror franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I feel like they're trying to kind of like bring it back.
What's crazier to me is every one of these movies has had like a big director attached. Like, granted, Alien 3 was David Fincher's first movie,
right?
And it's just like, it's crazy that managed to, he still launched a career after that,
right?
But yeah, Alien 3 is fine. Not a lot I'm remembering from that one, but Alien Resurrection. So the last time I watched all these movies was around like 2015, 2016, somewhere in there,
right?
I remember the last time I watched these movies, like 10 years ago, leaving that marathon being like, I fucking loved Alien Resurrection. I had such a good time with this. And now here it is 10 years later, and I'm happy to report the Alien Resurrections I still fuck with highly. And I get it. I do. I get it. But it's like, if we're going this direction, if this is what we're going to do now, let's have a good time. And this is the only, and I mean the only, movie in the entire Alien franchise that has any fun. Aliens is fun, but it's still a serious movie. Like, you know, it's a roller coaster. You know, it's an amusement park ride. But it still, you know, takes itself seriously. Resurrection's here to have a good time. It doesn't give a fuck. They're just like, this is what it is. And I'm totally fine with it. Like, for what it is, I'm totally cool with it. Now, the thing with Sigourney Weaver, it's a big moment for me in this one. I found myself thinking more in this one, why the fuck would you come back? Because they did not need Sigourney Weaver in this movie. They could have done this whole movie without her, I think. Like, literally, they could have had her in that opening scene where they, like, cloned her, get what they want, and then fucking, she's gone. She's not in the movie anymore. And this movie still could have played out very similarly. But yeah, doing the whole alien, you know what it kept reminding me of?
No.
Jurassic Park. I'm like, Alien and Jurassic Park are very similar franchises. You got the company always after the same thing, no matter how many fucking times it goes wrong, and it's very apparent that this is a bad idea, but god damn it if they're not just gonna keep trying to do it. And you know, they finally succeed in cloning some of them and stuff, and Brad Dourif that plays Chucky is like the main scientist dude in that movie. I love the cast in this movie. It's a lot of fun. Winona Ryder randomly being in it. I was like, well, that's fun. Ron Perlman's a lot of fun. The dude in the wheelchair, you know, he's a fun character. Gets the one up on the acid situation this time. Which, while I'm thinking about it, a complaint we made in the last episode, which having finished all of them now, I have to agree with you, is like, we are really choosy about how long it takes for these fucking things to grow.
It's kind of weird, right?
And to the point where, I'm pretty sure in 3 or in 4, Sigourney Weaver even goes as far to say, you have this much time before it happens. But then you see it happen at just like, whenever. It just happened, like, either immediately, it could take fucking days, it could take, you know,
an hour,
you know, like, but then the other thing that they do the same thing where they're just like, yeah, those are the rules, but fuck the rules. Am I right? I'm like, wrong, dude. Follow your own rules, dog. They're very choosy about when the acid blood does anything. Because sometimes with reckless abandon, people will do things that I'm like, but the acid blood. And there's like no repercussions to it whatsoever. They're just like, yeah, but this time it's not as acidic. I'm like, well, fuck off. What is happening here? You know? Like, they're very cheesy about when it's just like, because we had talked on the last episode about how people, and as I have continued to see, people love to just shoot the alien right above their face and then just get dripped on with acid.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes down in one of the AVP movies, and I was like, no, because he would be covered in acid, and he wasn't. And I was like, fuck off. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you're just, now at this point, you're just picking and choosing. Like, I don't know. They do that kind of shit a lot. But yeah, no, there was a line in Resurrection where I'm like, how much are they paying you, Sigourney Weaver? Where she shows up, like, to the whole, like, little pirate crew for the first time, and she's like, who do I have to fuck to get off this ship? And I'm just like, interesting. It's like,
maybe it's been
now
a
we
while.
can kind of see, because Joss Whedon wrote the script, and then it's like, I can see where those allegations came into play later in life. That was a weird one. That was off-putting. And then something else happened. She has that weird, like, sexual tension with Ron Perlman's character that whole movie. It's like, why are they doing this? Like, they don't need to do this, but here they are doing it, and I'm just like, not positive. Like, why? And the fact that she's like an alien human hybrid is just like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
That just seemed like as
this is so fucking silly.
When you said like, well, at least they're having fun with it, I was like, they have to, like, if you're gonna go with like, because she jumped in molten lava, like, how did you even get any of her DNA like from that? You know what I'm saying?
But also,
like,
you want to talk about a plot convenience? Be like, oh, but also she has the memories of the previous.
Yeah, you know. So it's just like, what the fuck?
Gonna just.
And so yeah, so because I remember when I was watching, I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like this, I was like, because you could have just like ended it. You could have ended the Sigourney Weaver story there. on the third one,
Yeah.
and then just do a different alien adventure. Like
Right,
like
right.
you didn't have to keep continuing like this story arc of Sigourney Weaver fucking and her alien issues. You
Right.
know, so
Right.
it's just like like the whole cloning thing. I'm just like,
Right.
okay.
Even in death, she can't get away from these freaking aliens.
Right.
Yeah.
She probably does wonder who she has to fuck to get off that shit.
She's over it. She's so.
I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
I'd almost go as far to say her character is so not like Ripley in so many ways that like this whole movie could have just not been an alien movie. You know what I mean? Like they could have easily pivoted and been like, yeah, similar, but
now this is just a movie about cloning people.
But I don't know, man. I have a blast watching that movie. It really is just like a fun. Like if there's any alien movie that's just like, hey, I'm gonna pop on an alien movie real quick just to watch something that's a little fun, and it's gonna be Resurrection because it's just a jaunt. It's just a good old time. And then we transitioned because I feel like in a lot of ways that truly is the end of the alien journey. Still got to watch Alien Earth.
Yeah, but that's where we ended it. That's where, I guess, timeline it ends, right?
Right. Yeah. Because when we start getting into AVP, Alien versus Predator, these things are just entirely different beasts on their own. It's an entirely different world for sure. Now I'll say this about the first one, and I'll say this about both of them. I feel like I have seen. This is probably the third time I've seen both these movies, at least, and I feel like I've never seen these movies.
That's funny.
I watched these movies. I'm like, huh. All I remembered was Antarctica and the forests. It seems to be all I kind of remember is the locale of these movies. But so the first movie, to its credit, feels a lot like an alien movie. When you're watching the Alien series and then you come off of that and go into Alien versus Predator, it feels right. It makes sense. You know, it still feels like an alien movie, except it's happening on Earth this time.
Yeah.
And it very quickly becomes one of those things where, like, I just don't give a shit at a certain point.
Oh.
It's just not fun to me. Like, it kind of feels like watching Transformers.
Damn.
Where it's like, I don't know. It's just like you're two emotionless things that are just beating the shit out of each other for an hour and a half. Like, yeah, it's cool.
It was for survival.
For the aliens and the predators?
Well, at a certain point, because they got trapped in there. And they had to get out.
Sure. But,
or all the aliens were going to escape. So, I mean, there were stakes.
I mean, listen, I don't hate it. I don't hate Alien versus Predator. I
don't hate it.
I don't think it's a piece of shit like some people say it is.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I got to watch aliens and predators attack each other. That's what it is, and that's what you got.
That's what it's all about. I have thought I'm going to save it for after Requiem. We'll double back here. But, again, even with AVP, it's like, it's a fun premise. Why are we not having more fun?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why are we so self-serious? Like, this just feels like a time to let loose a little bit. If anything, what was that about?
No, I thought I heard a noise.
If anything, I would want to see Shane Black make an Alien versus Predator movie. People might heavily disagree with that because people don't dig on the Predator,
which is like one of my favorites.
Which is one of my favorites. You know,
I think it's the.
I feel like you need a tone.
I love
like that.
a good blend of like action and like just comedy.
Yeah, and you still got all your gore. You still get all your R-rated craziness.
It's a Predator.
But now, you know what we're having, Phil?
No,
we're having fun.
We are having fun.
We're having fun. Yeah, we're having a good time now. We're not just watching blood and carnage and despair for like an hour and a half. It's like, yeah, it's metal for a certain extent of time, but like at a certain point, it's like, all right, guys, let's wrap this up. I don't really quite understand the stakes here, but then there's Requiem, which you mentioned on the last episode. You're like, oh, Requiem, that's why. And a lot of people really shit on Requiem. They're like, this thing's a piece of shit, and I don't know what's with me with alien movies. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that Requiem isn't a piece of shit. But because it's also not having fun.
It's not having any sort of fun.
It's not a movie having any fun, but I if I had to choose between the two, which one I'm going to rewatch, it's going to be this one, just because it's just
crazy.
a little crazier.
It is a little crazier.
But here's the thing.
I will say that.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, I know I've seen this movie. I know I've seen it at least twice. Yet here I am, like, shocked at the shock value of this movie. Like, it's like... This is the one. If you think Resurrection is the one, no, you're wrong. This is the movie that it's like they lived long enough to see themselves become any other horror franchise that kept going. Because it was 2007, I believe, when this movie came out. Fucking the early 2000s, very specific time. We're looping back to it. There's just certain things that it's like, you didn't have to do that, but you did, didn't you? There's like a lot of just like, off-color humor and just like a lot of just like sexiness for no fucking reason. They're just like,
Make it sexy.
you're gonna be done watching the movie and want a Hardee's cheeseburger. That's how sexy they're making it, like
that's hilarious.
And it's just like, I don't understand why there's all this sexiness. But then like there was that look to like early 2000s horror movies too.
Yeah.
The whole vibe to it, really.
Because I felt the same thing watching fucking... I think it was the... Oh, I don't remember. Just continue.
Okay. But yeah, I'm watching the movie and it's like, okay, at the beginning, there's the dude and his like son out hunting. And then they get attacked by the facehuggers. Oh, before I get into that, all right. So the ending of the first movie, where they end on the little like cliffhanger of like the fucking predator alien that like bursts out of his chest. And then the second movie picks right back up there. I guess I missed that. The other times
oh, yeah, when he was like going back home. Or
yeah, and then he's like, it fucking bursts out of his chest. And
convenient.
I saw on the internet, they call it a predalien, and I said no. I reject that as well. That's fucking weird. Predalien? No, thank you.
It's an alien.
It's an alien
with a predator host.
that has predator tendencies, characteristics, if you will. But I totally forgot about it to the extent that I was like watching it. I'm like, oh, this thing's the whole ass villain of this movie. Like, this is the whole main focus point of that. I was like, who knew? Not me. And I've seen it twice.
One scene that was crazy was the dad died. The dad dying where they were hunting.
Yeah, so like that's how it started. And then it's like the dad dies, but then they kill the kid. I go, oh, we're killing the kid, like from the jump.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, how ballsy 2007. But then they keep going. And then they and then they start just
and
like
then the story starts.
They just indiscriminately kill anybody and everything. And I'm just like, I get it, because they would. But it just starts feeling like shock for shock's sake when it's like the pregnant woman gets her stomach eaten, specifically getting all the pregnant women, like, like to fucking going as far to go to the nursery. I'm like, please don't even show me what happens here. Like,
why are we doing this?
Just offing women and children and babies and animals like left and right. Like, they do not give a shit in this movie. But my problem with it is like, you see it in other movies and it's like, what's that word? Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
You said, what's that word? Oh my goodness.
It's fun, and none of this was fun. It was just bleak. It's just so bleak and nasty, and I'm just like, why did this movie feel the need to be so nasty? Like,
you're just so nasty.
Something like Devil's Rejects, like, that makes sense to me. That should be a nasty movie. Like,
right. That's fitting.
House of a Thousand Corpses, any Rob Zombie movie basically should be disgusting, filthy, dirty. Like, it should be. That makes sense to me. Why this
that's not how I felt like with The Hills Have Eyes. That's nasty.
Nasty, and as it should be. But you got this revered, decades-long franchise reduced to this. If I was Ridley Scott, I would have gone to my grave just to roll around in it.
What the fuck is this?
honestly, I could totally see why when he saw these, he's like, I have to make more of these because this cannot be how it ends.
Especially Requiem.
I'm saying, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Of its time. I will say the thing that I loved. The only thing that I liked that they did in Requiem is that they actually nuked the fucking town. I thought that was crazy. Like you thought everything else was crazy, then it's like, oh no, but then we just killed everybody. We just said fuck it. I was like, damn, they really just fucking went for it there, didn't they? They just...
He's like, you coming? He's like, yeah, we're 10 miles out. I'm like, you bastard. Like, honestly, I was expecting the people who did get away at the end to just get mowed down by the military. That's how I thought it was going to end, for sure.
Maybe they gave it 5 more minutes. That's probably what ended up happening.
Right. If the credits weren't rolling, yeah. Yeah, fucking crazy. But the thing that I saw somebody's like review from back when one of these Alien versus Predator movies, I think the second one, talking about how, it's still not quite the battle everybody was hoping for, and kind of saying that the humans get in the way. Kind of similar to like Transformers and other things where it's like they feel the need to put the humans in it at the forefront, and then you're just like I get it, and I do, because the thing is, I feel like we can no longer make this argument because this Predator movie is getting ready to come out,
right?
But now I thought about this as I was watching Requiem. This is what I would do if I made an Alien versus Predator movie. You take the humans out. Just because. Fuck them. Take them out.
They didn't do anything but fuck them.
Fuck them. I didn't care that much. That was somebody else's opinion. But
right.
I could see where they're coming from. So fuck them. They're hitting the cutting room.
Now they're gone.
They're gone. No more humans. Because,
it's not going to be on Earth.
It's not on Earth. It's on the Predator's little hunting planet from Predators.
Good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you do just have this little story where it's like, they're hunting this fucking... They're like, yeah, we spawned all these fucking things on this, and it's Aliens versus Predators, baby, ding ding. Like,
right.
I think it'd be pretty sick. But I'm a big Predators fan.
Same. Well, I guess I'm a fan of the Predator series.
Well, that's true. But
unless you meant Predators specifically.
I meant Predators specifically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was not my favorite one.
No, it's up there for me.
But hey, it's okay. We can have difference of opinions.
No, we can't.
And that's the end of the show.
And that was our final episode, either 35 or 36. I don't know.
Depending on how you like to gauge things,
yes.
I guess.
Even shorter, because we've had previous 2-parters.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so really we're only at episode, in your opinion, like
34, yeah. 33.
33, maybe. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm going to transition into my epilogue here because Alien vs. Predator Requiem lacked a lot of fun.
It did.
But this last movie I watched, it was the last second. I slipped it in at the last second.
Nice.
It's called Explorer from Another World.
Oh.
And, I don't know, over the last month or so, I've seen it pop up on Amazon Prime under, movies that I'd like.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched a little preview of it. I'm like, you know what? This looks like something I would like. It looked like a little, indie flick. Short, 45 minutes long. But I never pulled the trigger. I always, for one reason or another, just either I went to bed or I didn't watch it. Well, fast forward to today. And I find out that this kid that I met at the Indiana, the festival in Indianapolis, was one of the leads in this movie. And I'm like, no shit, dude. And so I hit him up. I'm like, hey, you're involved with this movie? He's like, yeah, I'm one of the leads. I'm like, no shit. I was like, well, another one of those synchronicities lately.
Hell yeah.
And it's what are the odds? So I was like, you know what? I'll check it out today before we record. Get to talk about it. Because even before I found that out, I was going to watch it.
Right.
And I even told him, I'm like, it looks right up my alley. It was a 60s. I think the actual movie itself takes place in the 60s, and it's alien invader, very pop, colors,
hell yeah.
And it's just that throwback to schlocky sci-fi B movies, and
hell yeah.
And it really is my bread and butter. I told Colin after the fact, I was like, this is the kind of shit that Shep and I dream of. This is what we wish we were making sometimes. Is things like this where it's you get that 60s, colorful palette and all the kind of corniness that comes along with it. But also it's super bloody and super gory. The practical effects are insane. And it was a lot of fun. Like I said, 45 minutes. It was nice and tight. It was a movie that I feel like succeeded at exactly what it set out to be. Like, it's a movie that knows what it is, and it plays it well. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. The acting was pretty good. The effects are definitely a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with the effects. I know I was told that they use like AI, and I'm assuming they've caught flack for that. But like, seeing it in the movie, it was kind of like when I saw Late Night with the Devil. Like, I did not mind it at all, especially because they even emphasized this in the credits, which I enjoyed their end credits sequence as well, because they had like a lot of behind the scenes and stuff that they played, but it was made by only 19 people, and so of course, or made by 19 people.
Yeah.
And that really resonated to me because, that's usually our whole thing.
Yeah.
Is, 20 people or less on our films, and it's just like, so I totally get it. And to see the level of quality, that this film ended up being, I was super impressed. I thought it was a lot of fun. And when they did like use AI, like what they used it for, like, to me, it makes sense. Like, this is how AI should be used. Like, if they hit it off and become Disney, or something,
right.
When they just have like oodles of money where they can pay people to do this kind of stuff, then by all means pay people to do it. Don't use AI. But when you're a 19 person, crew and you got, no money to make a movie with, it's just like, yeah, there's this technology at your fingertips to like help you make some cool shit to kind of enhance your movie a little bit. And I really do hope that like isn't something that bogs down like all the cool practical effects in this movie. Like,
right,
it's like, I feel like they really earned it. They earned getting to use the AI for like a little bit of it. You know? So it's just like, you could really tell some craft went into it.
I'll have to check it out.
I enjoyed it. As a little bonus, I'm not gonna like get super into it.
You can.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Because I watched it, but it's been so long now that I feel like I couldn't properly talk about it. But when I met Colin at the festival, he had a Spider-Man fan film there called Spider-Man Training Day, which I did watch, and I never brought up on the podcast. It was during our month hiatus or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd be curious to get your thoughts on Spider-Man Training Day at some point, and we could get more into it after I give it a rewatch. But it's available on YouTube for anybody who wants to go check it out.
Okay, well, I will.
Yeah. And
then we can have a conversation about it.
Hey, yeah, I think that sounds good. Should we make a date? Put it in the books?
No, I usually try to keep the books open. I'd hate to disappoint someone and be like, yeah, I'm going to watch it by this time and then not watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just, I heard that when people recommend you movies, you
true.
tend to watch them.
I usually
promptly.
do. I was going to add it to my list of things to watch. I have a little list. Because I don't always get to people's recommendations, but I usually try to.
And I always do. It'll just take me forever.
This has been Phil and Chase Watch Everything.
Yeah.
Episode 36?
36? If you're into that.
We'll be good to go on the 37. There will be no question for
no
me.
Questions. We're gonna set this straight.
Yeah. We're just moving on.
I'm gonna teach you how to count.
But yeah, this is I've been Phil.
I've been Chase.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Peace. Oh, you don't want to tell them.
Oh, bye.